Today we will be making sushi. As you can see, the rice is ready. But we forgot a little detail to make the vinegar. So let's get into that. For making the vinegar, you will need rice vinegar. So first step, and I don't have a pot, so we're gonna make it here. And there's a discussion online about which burner you should use. I usually use either this one or that one, bottom left or bottom right, but today we were using bottom middle. Okay, so I have my measuring cup here. Is 1/4, very manly by the way, 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. And this is already still hot. 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'll add a little bit more because of the little that got spilled. And we're going to start mixing in a second. I have a whisk here. I just want to mix it. Okay, now 1 teaspoon of salt, and we whisk. I'm used to making this on a pot, but we don't have a pot, so it's a little different. And if you wonder how or why, I can tell you how to make sushi, because I took a sushi cooking class once, so I'm obviously an expert in it. It looks about done. Starting to smell right. The color is also right. Consistency could be better. It's not all dissolved, so I'll just add a little bit more. You want all of it, all of the particles dissolved. You don't want things floating around. And while I cook, I should tell you a story, but I don't have any. And I hope the audio is good at least in one of the videos, so I can edit properly. And you can't even see me from there. Now for the rice. It's done, and it's a super interesting rice. It's pink rice from a popular brand here in Mexico. But it's really pink, and we're gonna make our onigiris with it. For that, we're going to transfer it from the rice maker into a bowl. Careful while it's hot. For making this, I would recommend you get a rice cooker that has a Sushi Rice setting. It's very convenient, but if not, you can follow another recipe that's on YouTube. And you have to make sure when you're making rice for sushi that it's sushi rice. It's not the same as any other one. Okay, and we also have our vinegar ready. And I think I didn't make enough, but... And ignore my cup. The cup that I had nearby. I'm just gonna pour a little bit on the paddle, you see? So the rice doesn't stick to it. And then you're gonna pour the rest over on both sides of the paddle and just let it pour. And it's sticky. It looks sticky. It feels sticky. Well, not really, but it's thick. It's thick. And you're not mixing it, you're folding it. As you can see there, you fold, under and fold, under and fold. And if you get one of these rice makers, rice cookers, the professional ones, always professional, you're gonna get one of these included. and it's really convenient for the rice. That's exactly what you need. If you get one of those sushi kits, you might also get one of these included, which is for the same purpose. Just to cut the rice and work with it. You cut it so it gets, the vinegar rice gets everywhere, and then fold. Remember, no mixing, no going crazy, okay? Folding and cutting. And it looks manageable now. It looks like it's not in a big clump, but it looks like it's going to form beautiful onigiris. And it's a little hot, so if you need to let it rest, just put a wet kitchen towel over it. And you can leave these here. It has like 2 little feet to stand on and a base there. And see, it doesn't touch the surface. Okay, well, that's resting. Okay, for the algae, for the nori seaweed, you're gonna fold it in thirds and make sure your hands are dry. Otherwise, you're gonna melt the seaweed. But fold it in thirds, and just like that, it should come apart. So you see, it's very easy to work for. Unfortunately, these nori seaweeds were folded before in halves, so it's awkward to work with them. Just don't fold your seaweeds. So you see, in thirds, and they're ready to be used. And it's not perfect, so you can put these ones aside and cut it with a knife. Okay, and that's it. That's your seaweeds. If you cut them in halves, like if you cut the seaweed in half and then those in other halves, they're gonna be really small. Well, maybe we can make like a couple small ones, or 4 small ones now that we have 4 little pieces. Like I said, you can do it by hand, or you could use a knife too. It's really easy to cut it by hand or with a knife. And I'm going to use this bowl for the tuna, and after that I'm going to cut these avocados because I love avocados. Avocados from Mexico. Okay, for the spicy tuna, we're gonna take this aside. Tuna, just throw it in there. So 2 cans of tuna, and have your mayo and sriracha ready. So you want to whisk. Sometimes some pieces of tuna are bigger than others, so you want to get it really homogeneous, like all the pieces the same size. You just need to whisk it a little, and it gets there. You see? Now it's like a very thick paste. You get a silicone spatula, and you can use this to get every last bit of mayo left in the jar. We don't like to waste things around here. Okay? Can you mix it together? And these are to taste. I could give you some quantities, but it's really to taste. Some people might not have the same heat tolerance. This is not really that hot, but I can't give you exact quantities on how much to use. I like to use a lot. And also it depends on what brand sriracha you're using. This one is not very spicy. So I just added a bunch, and we'll see how it comes out. Mix, 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 mix. You get it to the consistency you want, and the color, and you can taste it. Here you need to taste. Tastes really good. Okay, we put it in the fridge because we don't want this out. The rice cannot go in the fridge because it will solidify, but things like that, they have to. Now for our last step before the building part, we open our avocado and we hope it's good. It feels good, looks good. Moment of truth. Jin, 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 jin. It's great. Love it. And if you don't know how to open an avocado the way I just did, it's the only way. To get the pit out, you don't stab it. Never. Never stab the pit. Okay? You use the heel and you hold it like this. Okay, you hold it like this. You use the heel. You lightly tap it and turn. If it didn't work, tap it a little harder and turn. It's that easy. You don't need any force, any edit, just a little momentum from the knife, holding it like this and using the heel. Okay, you hold the avocado, you use the heel, yeah, and then you can throw the pit into the sink or whatever. And then to cut the avocado, you can literally just turn it around and cut it like that. Half, then the other half, then like that. See, it's that easy. You don't need any weird skills. Okay, this is a little brown at the tip, but it's fine. We have our avocado slices, and I'm going to show you what we're gonna do with that. Also, if you can get some cucumber, you can dice it and then mix it with the tuna. You see what I'm doing here? So I'm cutting half, then the other, each half into quarters, and it's really easy, it's really safe. Then I'm peeling them. And I'm going to cut each of these slices into 3 parts or so. And a whole avocado is a lot. Maybe you cut an avocado in half, use half, and then set apart the other half. I'm bringing out another cutting board to build them. There's several ways to make them. However, any way you're making them, you want to have cold hands, really cold hands. So you need ice and water on a bowl next to your building station. Just try to not get the water in here because the seaweed is going to disappear. An important detail, the nori has a side. The rough side and the shiny side. The shiny side goes out. I'm going to make one just by hand now. I dip my hands into the ice water. Now that it starts to hurt, I tap them a little bit and then I grab my rice. I make a little bowl of rice, make it into shape. Then I grab my filling. Just a little bit. It goes inside. Then a little more rice. This one doesn't have avocado, but the next ones will. And then I fold 1 and 2, and there you have it, handmade onigiri. And the shape is not perfect, but with a little bit more practice we can get there. I had to double check that my phone was charging, but now we dip our hands again. You can also use some rice vinegar if you had any left. To dip your hands, then put a little bit of rice vinegar after patting. Okay, we're gonna make one with avocado now. So we got the rice. See how it's not sticky to me? And this is very sticky. If my hands were not cold, it would be all over me already. And then one avocado, just push it there, then a little bit more rice. Also, we don't want to have the rice for too long on our hands, otherwise it'll stop being fluffy and it'll be just pushed down. So one, 2, 3. See, isn't that great? The shape, the right shape. And we set it aside. The first one was but this one, look at it. And you can use also a little bit of the vinegar to stick the nori to itself. Okay, let's continue. As I said before, these are not perfect, but that's what we're working with. Also, there's another way of making them that I'll show you in a second. See, it's not sticking very much to me, and it's very sticky, see? But it's not sticking a lot because I'm not letting my hands get warm. So you put it in there, then you add avocado, and you don't need a lot of ingredients to make these. It's mostly rice, which some people would say is not the healthiest, but Japanese people get to live a long time, so maybe the secret is the rice. So again, 1, then you go to the other side, 2, and you fold the bottom, 3, you set it aside. See? We're making our collection. Okay, now for the next way of making it. I haven't opened this yet, but here we have it. It's a mold. So we're gonna grab our spatula or rice paddle. There's an appropriate name which I will put here, but right now I don't remember. Then you press it. Where's the press thing? Looks like I don't have one for this. The thing is that you're supposed to press it and then put your ingredients. And I'm making these very full, but we'll see how it comes out. And again, right now it's starting to stick because I let my hands get warm. Yeah, but I'll let them get cold again. And you have to hold in there until it hurts. Oof. Then I can work with the rice again and it won't stick to me. Even the one that I already sticked, it came off. You press it. Oh, and it's perfect shape because we cheated. It's not cheating really, but it's taking the easy path. And then I don't know how to fold these because it's so full. I guess you put it there, and some people, you know, they just fold it in half. I don't really like that, but if you want it quick and easy, that's how you can make it. And also we have the small one. You know, I do like it because it's convenient. And sometimes you just want to make food and eat. And it does take less time and less effort. Okay, and again you press it, and this one was very full. This is supposed to be a small one. Okay, so you get it out, and wow, look at that. That is thick. And again, you can just roll it around. Use a little bit of the rice to make it stick. It's a little bit more messy than doing it by hand, but it's convenient, quick and easy. So there it is, 2 different ways of making onigiris. There's also a third option, which is the one I'm making right now, which is skipping the last step. So using no-nori. And it's not only because I ran out of nori, it's because it's a legit way of doing it too. I just happen to have run out of nori. With these proportions that I told you, you should run out of rice, avocado, and tuna at the same time. Because look, running out of rice, running out of tuna, and running out of avocado, which I have here. And I hope you saw how I diced it. But it's really easy. Okay, so into the mold. Again, tuna, avocado. Yeah. Then more rice. And the next one we'll have to. It fell. We'll need to have a lot of tuna, because that's what I have the most of. I'll start making small ones and I'll try one of those. Yeah, I'm running out of rice, so. And I just dropped some too. I hope you didn't see that. Yeah, never mind, I just ran out of rice. So yeah, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close. I'll add these too. We have all the rice that we have left. Press it, and that's it. Our last onigiri. I don't know if it's really an onigiri if you don't have the seaweed, but cheers. Oh. Really good. Come here and try it with me.
Wow, you're so pink.
You want to try one? Okay. You know what? I'm just.
Let me get my bowls. Good job, baby.
Thank you. Oh no, and yours was not recording. Oh no.